Talksport.com. We're going to talk to Doug now, who's rung in. He actually plays for Fleet Spurs down in Fleet. Doug, a very good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, not at all. You play, centre half for Fleet Spurs, do you?
I do, yeah, for the senior team. I've played for Fleet since I was 10 years old, so I've seen them go through all the stages.
Right. Tell us about what sort of club it is and what it means to the community down there.
When I first started at 10, I was playing with all my friends. It was always a club that struggled on a tight budget. Recently, things have been picking up, and we've had vast improvements to the ground, which have meant that we can play in the league that we are and compete with the other teams that do have a higher budget. So we are struggling a little bit in terms of the finance side, and all of the work that we have done recently seems to be somewhat taken away from us.
Because you've got the senior squad, but you've also got quite a strong sort of youth squad as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it ranges from like under 18s to under 5, so we've got about 200, 300 kids playing every weekend for Fleet and training down on the same facility.
So they're going to be a bit disappointed when they get told that you're going to have to lose this shirt that you've got. And I mean, I know that Spurs are saying, "Oh well, we're not seeking any damages, and we're not saying that you have to change your shirts immediately." But all the cockerel signs around the ground are going to have to change, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have an adverse effect on all the teams, because ultimately there's going to be a £3,000, £4,000 cost to get all the signs removed, and that's going to come out the young kids' subscriptions. We're going to have to make the money back somewhere. So
yeah, that's nice, isn't it? So Tottenham have basically facilitated a situation where 5-year-olds are going to have to pay a bit more money to play football.
Yeah, and I do wonder how many of them will continue if the prices do raise. So
yeah, how surprised were you when this happened?
Well, I had never really taken a proper look at the Fleet Spurs badge, in all honesty. So when it did prop up that Tottenham had contacted us to speak about the similarities between them, that's only when I realised there was a mild similarity between the two. So I was a little bit surprised and a little bit shocked that they would even bother to contact us when we're ultimately no threat to their footballing brand. But
well, I mean, exactly. Since the club's been in existence since 1948, and it was started in a very kind of honourable way, really. I mean, honour, you would think, would be something that Spurs would recognise, but I don't understand why Spurs haven't just sort of patted them on the head and just gone, look, we know that you guys have a similar looking cockerel, but at the end of the day, so what? Because you can go and buy a Spurs replica shirt in any one of the markets up and down this country, and they don't stop people selling those because they know they can't.
Exactly. I mean, you'd probably never find one of our shirts on the club shop. So.
Well, there might be a bit of a clamour for them now. Maybe what you should do is to see if there's a lot of people who have now decided to become Fleet Spurs fans as a result of this. Maybe you should put them on the website and start selling them, and maybe you can make some money.
Yeah, that might be the only use for them at the moment. So yeah.
So what's the team's luck like this season so far? What's your record?
We've only won 3 games this season, so we're not having the best of luck. We have taken a couple of batterings as well.
Have you? What's the worst battering you've taken?
We may have lost double figures.
Double figures? No.
Yeah.
You're a defender, Doug.
Did you mention Twitter?
I came on a substitute that game, so I'm not taking the full blame. But yeah.
How bad in double figures?
I only just reached double figures, so it's 10-2. But I mean, we're a relatively new team. We've got a new manager this season. He's
not Portuguese, is he?
He's not, no. He has had to fund the team mainly from his own pocket in terms of footballs and stuff. So it is just starting again from scratch.
I bet he wasn't expecting to fork out another $8,000 for some more shirts.
Probably not. No, I can't imagine that went through his head when he first agreed to take over at the club. So.
Yeah, shocking state of affairs. Listen, my sympathies are entirely with you. We spoke earlier, of course, as you know, to Kieran Gurry. We're going to try and get Tottenham to be shamed into some kind of, friendly to be played or something like that. They need to do something, I think, to set this right.
Yeah, and if they could put Gomez in goal, that would really help us as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, they're not using him really, are they? So why not? Why not indeed? Doug, thanks very much indeed. Doug there, who plays centre-back for Fleet Spurs, saying that they're all pretty shocked. And listen to the story. Some little kids, age of 5, are going to have to pay more money to play football because of all these lawyers at Spurs. Steve from the Wirral says, if I was a Spurs fan, I'd be ashamed of how much my club is spending on lawyers trying to go against what was